All right, folks, welcome back. Part 2 of our booster case opening of Riftbound League of Legends Vendetta set. Moving right along quickly here to case number 2. All cases have arrived on time this time around, not waiting for anything. Just jumping straight into our box openings. So, starting off with box number 1 here. Just a reminder, if you haven't seen the last videos, we did open up, I think, 7 or 8 showcases in total. 3 of the special printings, at least 2 overnumbered. Not bad as far as the type of hits. Not great as far as value of said hits. So, this time around, we are hoping to do a little bit better than that. Like most of these, we are going to crank straight through them. We'll skip the commons and uncommons, jump right into the goodies, the stuff that everybody wants to see, the things that I want to open. So we're starting off here, Morgana Vindictive, Legend Matriarch, and a Kennen Lightning Rush. Alright, so I've already got my play set of those. Certainly don't need any more, but I know that they are going for a little bit of money. They are going to be highly sought after, given everyone's interest in playing Kennen. LOAI, still have no idea how to pronounce her name. Fallen Feline, and like that, showcase hit already. Now this is just an alternate art. Mel, the Newly Awakened, so not bad. 2 packs in, kind of starting off on fire. I will say the second half of the last box opening was a very slow go. Had a lot of trouble getting our showcase hits, but not this time around apparently. Got a Decree of Focus and Legend Shen. Things that we do need, I would really like to see. We need all of the Kennen. So we got the play set of the Order 1, got a Foil Shock Blast, Gangplank, Decree of Unity. Would like to get 3 of the other ones. I did get 1 in that last one. This is the showcase hit. And to be honest, I don't like the showcase as much as I like the epic version. Kind of prefer the epic art. Profiteer, Decree of Insight, another Legend. Boy, rocking away with those legends. I will say there's one thing that has not gone down even slightly. I think there are less legends than there were in the last couple sets in this set, but man, the number of legends that we're getting are still way up there. Got a Risen Altar, Decree of Rage, and yet another legend. Oy, we need to stop hitting legends unless they're overnumbered. That's what we want to see. So yeah, at the end of the day, what we do want to see, of course, anything overnumbered is a good day. Decree of Discord, and a Kali. Anything overnumbered is great to open, but we certainly want to see any of the legend overnumbereds, and definitely would like to see any of those signature overnumbereds. Guttural Roar, Ambessa, and Endless Riches. So we opened so many of those in the last case opening. Certainly don't need to see any more of those, and it's a card that I don't think is going to see a lot of play. I think it was something that sounded like a great concept from Magic, but is not going to play well in Riftbound. Dredge Up, Swain, and another Renekton. Slow down a little bit here. See if we can pick up steam again. Horns of the Dragon, Mina Swiftfoot, and a Kale. Definitely have slowed down. Following the 2 case openings here, the next thing that we are going to be doing is opening up some of those Vault boxes, because in the last sets, got Ruthless Strike, Shen, and a Helm of Suppression Epic. Been hearing a lot of chatter about how good the Vault box hits are, especially ever since Unleashed. I guess a lot of Baron Nashor Ultimate Rares were found in Vault boxes, so Tools of the Empire, Jace, and Jace Legend. It is weird how often I am seeing the same character in either a unit or spell form, plus their legend card right behind it every time. Very odd. I'm wondering if that's something they're kind of fixing for more of a draft style format or a sealed format of some sort. Twilight Shroud, Hextech Formula, Auroch General. So we are halfway through this first box already. Would like to see a few more hits here, that's for sure. Up from the Deep, Rogue Assassin, Jace Brilliant Inventor. Oop, forgot some of my cards in that one. Grumpy Rock Bear, Eclipse Dragon, and a Fallen Feline again. One other thing I've noticed in this set, and I assume it's mostly because of the change in the number of rares and other card counts being printed. Keeper of Law, Zed, and another Epic Corrupted Dragon. The card count in rares, in the last cases you were basically getting 6 of each one of the rares, and then a few of them got replaced with the showcase hits and things like that. I am not seeing the same fixed number of rares this time around. Dune Surfer, Forgotten Relic, and Karox and Epic. Got tons of those from the last case opening. Don't need to see any more of those, that's for sure. Same with the Endless Riches. But yeah, I don't know if it's strictly because of a different rare count in this set. Crumbling Sands, Decree of Unity, and there we go. Alright, so we got a special print, or no, this is just the alternate art. This is a Kali's Deadly Weapon. It looks like the special printing. It's got to be a similar outfit or something. Nice looking card. Like the art. It is not an overnumbered like what we're trying to chase, but still not bad. But yeah, so it looks like the number of rares and all that stuff, what you're used to seeing a fixed number of has changed substantially in this set. Jagged Cutlass, Decree of Strength, and Jace Legend. So they may have started to randomize these boxes a little bit better. The other thing I noticed is in the last case, we got 7 of the showcase runes, got 1 extra. Escaped Greyback, Plaza Guardian, and a Rage Amplifier. So almost like, they're doing more than just mixing up the packs off the print run now. Almost seems like maybe they mixed booster boxes between cases, which could either be good or bad. Hand Hammer, Mel Defiant Soul, and a Shady Spectacles, another Epic. And there is definitely a ton of Epic hits in this set. It seems like we are getting way above average on the number of Epic hits. Not the ones we want, though, apparently. Gust Monk, Ribbon, and Hextech Disc. Have to be careful how I say that one. We're down to the last 2 packs here. Approaching last pack magic. Can't talk today for some reason. Shadowblade Lurker, Temporal Breach, and another Rage Amplifier. Oh, there we go. All right. So again, the arts that I definitely like on the runes. Body Rune, definitely like the arts of this set. All right, last pack magic. That is technically 3 showcases we have hit. I hate counting the rune showcases in our calculations, so I won't be as usual, but something to keep an eye on. Usually get standard 6 in every case. Dragon Roost, Decree of Discord, and a Degree of Focus. So not good last pack magic, that's for sure. All right, we're not going to slow down. We're going to bust right into the next case here. And we'll probably have to clean up our case. God, man, I keep saying that. Next box. And after this box, I will probably clean up a little bit. Put some commons away at least, because the areas tends to get a little messy if I don't. And the last thing I want is for all this stuff to collapse down on itself. So, first pack, box number 2. Kinku Temple, Wild Claw, and Decree of Insight. So, not a fiery start like the last one. That's okay, because that means we have a signature overnumbered in this box. I think that's what that means, right? Resonating Strike, Twilight Reveler, and Mel's Legend card. Okay, definitely a slower start. I think even in pack 2, we got our first showcase from that box. So I guess we haven't done that yet. Masa Crushing Thunder, Eloia Glowstone. Ooh, Mind Rune, there we go. So we got a little Mind Rune showcase hit there. Again, really hoping that does not count toward our available number of showcases. Still find it hard to believe that it would, considering it's been a fixed number, it seems like, on every set except for this one. Brutal Steel, Shen, and Legend Renekton. But I could be wrong. Obviously, they don't tell us all of their little secrets on how they're doing these print runs. Covert Informant, Mbessa, and a Hextech Formula. Boy, very, very slow start. Hopefully this gets much, much better. Though it doesn't look like it, because I just spoil all the packs. Noxian Demolitionist, Renekton, and a Decree of Discord. Oof. Okay, moving a little too quick, making everything extremely messy. Legion Marauder, Riven, and a Kennen, Keeper of Balance. So that's the one that we, of course, easily got a play set of and then some. So it's really not important that we get more of those. Jace, Hammer in Hand, Plaza Guardian, and it looks like, yep, another Epic Corrupted Dragon. So we are opening up plenty of those. Really don't need to see any more of those, if you don't mind. Feeling I'm being deceived here. Field Musicians, Morgana, yep, and Kennen Legend. So I thought I was seeing something better than just a legend, but it always tricks us. Foil Shadow Fiend, Mel Defiant Soul, and Zed's Legend, Master of Shadows. Well, very anticlimactic box number 2, that is for sure. Should have kept this one on the shelf. Foil Spiderling, we'll see if these end up being worth anything. Auroch General, and yet another Epic Karox. Certainly do not need to see a single one more of those. Another, what's the word? Not a single more. Iterative Design, Shen, and another Shady Spectacles. Yet another epic we do not need to see any more of. Can we get the better epics? That is the question. Instead of these terrible ones. Good lord. Something spicy. Dredge Up Foil, Crumbling Sands, and a Showcase Zed. So this is the alternate art, of course. Not a bad looking card. Kind of spicy. I think Zed will get played pretty well and constructed. I know I'll build a deck after I am able to complete Kennen, but probably going to focus on Kennen first and foremost. Dragon Form, Akali, and Legend Ambessa. Lacerate, Gangplank, and Swain Visionary. Okay. Cooling off quickly again here. Forsaken Bacchae, still have no idea if that's the right pronunciation. Rage Amplifier, and a Fallen Feline. I think we have sufficiently cooled down at this point in time. Forgotten Relic, Steel Paws, and Renekton's signature spell, Dominus. So that is an epic. Do believe we have seen a couple of those at this point, so I'm not terribly excited to continue to open those, especially considering I will not be playing that anytime soon. Not only was I never a fan of him in-game, Not really a fan of him in the card game. Brutal Hunter, Hextech Disc, and Kale. We are cooling right back off. I am struggling on this one. The single showcase box opening, that is a killer. Not something you want to see. Mournful Witness in foil, Mel, the Legend, and another epic, Shen. This is his signature spell. Not one I'm looking to play either, that's for sure. Stargazer in foil, Nasus, Guardian of Knowledge, and an Eclipse Dragon. Closing in on to the end of pack number 2 here. This is fourth to last pack. Zed, Without a Sound, Akali's Legend, and there's our second showcase hit. Again, just an alternate art. This is Mel, Defiant Soul. Not an awful looking card. Probably not worth a whole lot of money if I had to guess. It's pretty much just been the overnumbereds that do a great job of retaining their value outside of those highly playable older cards. You know, Dazzling Aurora, Kaisa Survivor, those never seem to drop in their value. Foil Twilight Step, Decree of Focus, and a Decree of Strength. Last 2 packs. Cloud Drake, foil, Temporal Breach, and Kennen, Keeper of Balance. Alright, we need some serious last pack magic to bring us back from terrible value. Twilight Reveler, Jace's Legend, and we have an epic. It is Ambessa's Public Execution. That is the signature spell for Ambessa. Alright, well, I guess we're on our current average for showcase hits, which is not great, but we do have a full case yet to open, so hopefully our overnumbereds are waiting for us, and hopefully it has a signature on it. Clean up these commons here real quick. All right, the uncommons further away. There we go. All right, this will be the last box of this video. We'll have a part 2 to this case. After we get through all of this, I will compile each of these openings, get the total value of each case separately, break down the number of showcases, epics, all of that fun stuff. Just a reminder, when I'm doing the evaluation, I do not bother to include commons or uncommons, or really any of the common or uncommon foils, unless they have just some considerable amount of value to them, which unfortunately most of them in this set so far do not. But you never know. Down the road, these Spiderlings may be worth a fortune for that one guy who wants to build the infinite foil Spiderling deck. Well, if he wants to bling out that deck, which would be crazy. Wildclaw, Kale, and Epic Ocean Drake. So we have, of course, opened plenty of those in the last case opening. Kind of getting tired of seeing those. Would like to see literally any other epics. Get rid of the Shady Spectacles, get rid of the Karoks. Man. Punching Poro, Plaza Guardian, Renekton. Getting confused on my piles now. Brutal Hunter, Twilight Reveler, and Akali's Legend. Opening up a ton of legends once again. You know, especially when we start to see fewer legends in the set, I'd like to see a lot fewer of them included in the box, if that's okay. Whoop, I think I just threw those in the uncommon pile. Apprentice Mage in foil, right? Yeah, that's foil. Doesn't look foil for some reason. Forgotten Relic and Shen Epic. So we did get a couple of those in the last case as well. I am not getting much variation on the epics that I do open. It's unfortunate. Have not seen a single one of the Kennons that I really need. I was hoping not to have to go out and buy those. Good Lord. These cards just do not want to stay. Riven, Ambessa, and Epic Deathmark. So Zed's signature spell. So I believe we have already opened 2 of those in the last case. That'll be 3. Making that deck may be very easy to do here soon. On the verge of completing it already. Clairvoyance in foil, Nasus, Guardian of Knowledge, and a Decree of Unity. Dame the Despoiler, Decree of Rage, and Mel, Defiant Soul. Dragon Form in foil, Crumbling Sands, and Acceleration Gate. So this is Jace's signature spell, Epic Printing. We saw plenty of those in the last case as well. Don't know how it is that we have still not opened any of the epic versions of Kennan. We've opened up basically everything around him. Serene Ascetic, Jace Hammer in Hand, and all right, there we go. This is specifically one of the ones that I am chasing. So this is Kennan's Overnumbered Legend. Fantastic looking card, like the art. Unfortunately, we do not have a signature on this one, which is too bad, but it is an awesome card nonetheless. Happy to have gotten that one. Happy to have gotten that one. Do I have any sleeves just sitting around? I do not, so we'll just have to be a little bit careful with that pile. Did a bad job of preparing for this. All right, Foil Stargazer, Swain Visionary, and Jace's Legend. Okay, the Kennan Epics have got to be, his Epic Champion unit has got to be in here somewhere at this point. If his overnumbered is, his Epic has to be, right? That's just logic. Shadow Temple, Eclipse Dragon, Fallen Feline. All right, we have reached the halfway point with this pack here in box number 3. After this box, we will break for part 2 of this booster case. Oasis Rider, Mina Swiftfoot, and Heart of the Tempest. Just look how much better that looks. So much cooler. Where we will continue to open the rest of this case so as we can calculate our estimated value of a single booster box. Legion Marauder, Akali Silent, and Auroch General. And there we go. Chaos Rune hit for another Showcase Rune. Pretty much hit 1 per box. Well, we have hit 1 per box so far. Hopefully we can get another Showcase in this one, though, so that's not our waste of a Showcase hit. Decree of Strength, Decree of Insight, and Lightning Rush. So another one of Kennan's signature spells. Of course, we are now on 5 of those. His signature spell seems to be a very commonly printed card. Renekton, Rage Fueled, Ambessa's Legend, and oh, there we go. Another Showcase hit. So this is a special printing of Lux Crown Guard. Not a whole lot of money in this one, and one that we have, unfortunately, already opened. Would really like to have opened up one of the other ones, so as we can complete the set. But still a good hit nonetheless. My guess is now we have expended our Showcase hits for that box. Got 2 normal and 1 rune. Probably not going to get much better than that. Shadow Fiend in foil, Eloe Ayala, and Eye of Twilight, Shen's Legend. Yeah, it seems like once you hit 2 Showcases and a Showcase rune, the odds of you getting much else are slim to none. Sacred Protector in foil, Steel Paws, and Kennan, Keeper of Balance. Iterative Design, Gangplank, and Temporal Breach. We are closing in. We got 6 packs left, including this one. Soul Spinner, Decree of Rage, and Akali's Legend. And with a lot of the spice already having been opened, guessing we're just not going to see a whole lot else. Keep leaving cards in the pack. Affectionate Poro, Mina Swiftfoot, and Zed from the Shadows. So we actually did open 2 of those in the last case. So that'll be a full playset of those now as well. So Zed deck is almost completed. Kinku Lifeblade, Crumbling Sands, and Jace Legend. 3 packs to go. And we'll wrap this up. I'll clean up the board. And we'll get started with the second half of this case right afterward. Bakai Sand Spinner, Wild Claw, and Nasus's Epic. Nasus Ascended. 2 packs remaining. Odds of getting an additional showcase are extremely low. So I'm not holding my breath. Just excited to open up the next set of boxes here. Wind and Ghosts in foil, Decree of Insight, and a Glowstone. Ooh, alright, so we did manage to open up another showcase rune. This one's the Calm Rune. Again, just loving the art of this set for the runes. Fantastic. Last pack magic, let's see what we got. I can tell we didn't get much because I accidentally spoiled it yet again. Protective Sands in foil. Why are we having trouble focusing? Twilight Reveler, and Renekton's Legend. Alright, so that'll do it for the first half of this case. 3 boxes down, 3 to go. Be right back here momentarily.